You ever walk into an old house and just feel the past around you? The smell of waxed wood floors, the hum of a radio in the kitchen, maybe a little creak in the hallway? Yeah, the 1950s were a special time for homes. Not just for the families inside, but for the way everything had its place, and everything had a little charm. Today, we're looking back at 10 home features from the 1950s that you just don't see anymore. So pour yourself a cup of coffee, maybe grab a blanket, and let's take a stroll through memory lane. 1. Pink tile bathrooms, pretty in pastel. Back in the day, bathrooms weren't just for brushing your teeth, they were a whole experience. And nothing said 1950s quite like a bathroom covered in pink tile. You can thank First Lady Mamie Eisenhower for that. She loved pink so much, they called it Mamie Pink. Pretty soon, builders across America were covering bathrooms in pink tiles, pink tubs, pink sinks, you name it. It made everything feel soft, clean, and a little bit fancy. But by the time avocado green and shag carpet came around in the 70s, pink fell out of fashion. Still, those old pink bathrooms? They were something special. 2. Milk doors, the secret door for fresh milk. Tucked into the side of many old houses was a little metal door, small enough to miss, but big enough to change your morning. That was the milk door. The milkman would drop off fresh bottles right into it, and you'd grab them from the inside without ever stepping outside. Quiet. Simple. Reliable. Back then, folks didn't have big fridges, and the milkman was just part of daily life. But as grocery stores grew and home refrigeration improved, the milk door became one of those sweet little things we left behind. 3. Wall intercom radios, talking room to room. Long before cell phones, or even cordless phones, families had wall-mounted intercoms. You could press a button in the kitchen and talk to someone in the bedroom upstairs without yelling your lungs out. Most even had built-in radios, so you could make dinner with Bing Crosby playing in the background. At the time, they felt futuristic. But eventually, they stopped working, or just felt clunky. These days, most have been pulled out, but when you see one, it's like finding a little piece of the home of tomorrow. 4. Metal kitchen cabinets, cold steel, hot meals. These weren't your grandma's wooden cupboards. In the 50s, kitchens went modern, and that meant shiny metal cabinets. Usually white, mint green, or powder blue, they looked straight out of a spaceship. Tough, easy to clean, and fire-resistant too. But over time, people missed the warmth of wood. Metal felt a bit too cold, a little too clinical. So out they went, but for a while, they really did make your kitchen feel like the future. 5. Built-in ashtrays, smoking indoors, all the time. It's hard to imagine now, but in the 1950s, nearly everyone smoked, and homes were built to welcome it. Hallways, bathrooms, even bedrooms had little built-in ashtrays in the wall. Some were ceramic, some were chrome, and they were just there. It was normal. But once the health risks of smoking became clear, the ashtrays disappeared. Now, if you spot one, it's like a ghost from a very different time. 6. Party line telephones, who else is listening? Here's a fun one. Before everyone had their own phone line, families, sometimes even whole neighborhoods, shared one. They called it a party line. You'd pick up the phone to make a call and hear someone else already talking. Hello? Mind if I use the line for a minute? It taught patience, and maybe a little bit of nosiness too. But as private lines became the norm, party lines faded out. Still, those who remember them have stories, some funny, some awkward, all unforgettable. 7. Pull-chain toilets, a satisfying whoosh. Some bathrooms had a tall tank mounted up high on the wall with a chain dangling down. You'd pull it, and whoosh, down came the water. It was dramatic, kind of loud, and oddly fun for kids. They were more common in older houses, even by the 50s. Eventually, low-profile toilets took over, but if you ever find one of those old pull chains, give it a tug. It's like flushing history. 8. Naughty pine paneling, woodsy and warm. Ah, the rec room. Or the basement den. If yours had naughty pine paneling, you know exactly the vibe: cozy, rustic, and just a little dark. Those golden brown walls with all the little wood knots made it feel like a log cabin, even if you were smack in the suburbs. It was the look of family movie nights, holiday gatherings, and playing board games on the shag carpet. Eventually, drywall and paint took over, but naughty pine still holds a warm place in a lot of hearts. 9. Backyard clotheslines, sunshine on the sheets. Before dryers became common, every backyard had a clothesline. Poles stretching across the yard, rows of sheets, shirts, and socks fluttering in the breeze. Hanging laundry was part of the weekly rhythm, and everything came off the line smelling like fresh air and sunshine. As dryers took over, clotheslines came down. But some folks still swear nothing beats the feel of line-dried linens. It was slower, sure, but there was beauty in the rhythm. 10. Atomic light fixtures, the space age at home. In the 50s, the future felt exciting, and homes showed it. Light fixtures exploded in starburst patterns, or dangled in Sputnik shapes with brass spokes and round bulbs. It was bold, fun, and full of optimism. These designs faded as styles got simpler. But today, if you walk into a vintage shop and spot one, you'll feel that spark again, that wide-eyed hope that the future was bright, and just around the corner. OUTRO, warm, inviting, close with gentle music. So there you have it, 10 home features from the 1950s that you just don't see anymore. They may be gone from most houses, but they're never far from our hearts. They remind us of how we lived, how we dreamed, and how much care went into the little things. If this video brought back a memory, or made you smile, go ahead and give it a like. Tell us in the comments which one you remember, or which one you wish would come back. And hey, if you love stories like these, hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more where that came from. This is the American Timeline. Thanks for taking the trip with us.